Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. That's Dave Cackley. Oh, look what I forgot.
Jimmy. What?
We have to have our little lunar show.
A quarter moon thing?
No, watch what it does.
What? Oh, now it's becoming fully indoors.
You should get Max one of these for his room for Christmas.
And he'll be like...
It's called Moon in My Room.
Yeah, he'll get bored of it really quickly.
He won't.
He gets bored of everything.
I got one here. I got one in the cottage. I got one upstairs in my bedroom.
Idea.
Isn't that nice?
It's not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible idea. I'm not going to do it, but it's not a terrible idea.
Well, maybe I'll buy him one for Christmas.
Okay, there you go. You feel free.
See? Isn't that nice?
Dad, why don't you buy me cool stuff like Uncle Andy does?
That's it. See? Because, Max, I'm trying to teach you how to be practical.
Yes, exactly. Be
enjoy your can of sauerkraut.
Like that. There you go.
So what's new? Anything good?
Man. Trying to think. Nothing. Oh, no. I was actually – this isn't anything good.
Yeah.
But I've spent way too much time talking about this or thinking about this, and I talked about it with some people in the newsroom a little bit ago.
Oh, that's interesting. What's in the news?
Well, no. It had to do with the funeral yesterday, Bush's funeral. Okay. And this is an odd thing to think about. But it's a reason why I think most men don't cry. It's because we suck at it. It's not just it's girly to do it and you're less of a man if you do. It's a bad look, and it looks kind of funny and weird. Like I used to have a good friend of mine when we were kids, who every time he cried, I'd laugh because he looked funny when he cried.
Okay.
But I was thinking about this when George W. Bush was giving a very moving eulogy, and he had that moment where he's being overcome with emotion. It's understandable. Your dad just died. I totally get it.
Sure.
Totally understandable. But then he does that. He tries to stifle the cry, and it came out like a laugh. Like he went, it was kind of one of those weird kind of, and it, for me as somebody watching it, I thought it was funny. It was in that moment. And I started thinking when he walks over to Jeb at the end and he's talking to his wife and they share a little laugh, I got the feeling Jeb said, "What the hell was that?" That little laugh at it's like, I tried to not cry and then I started to cry and it came out funny. I think that's what they were talking about.
Okay.
I really do. It's a weird thing, but I also, but it goes back to, this is why men shouldn't cry, because it's a bad look for a man to cry. It's got nothing to do with the femininity of crying. It's just, we're bad at it. It's just one of those things that we're not.
I disagree.
We're just not good at it.
I disagree.
Okay, enlighten me.
I don't make common practice of crying about things, but it's an emotional reaction. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? It just happens. It's not it's a what's the word? It's a
involuntary.
Involuntary, that's the word. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. It's an involuntary reaction to certain things, and I mean the loss of a parent is one of those things.
Right.
Myself personally, I have absolutely no problem whatsoever if something emotionally takes me over. If I get choked up and have tears well up or something, doesn't bother me a bit. And I don't think it lessens anything of masculinity. I don't think it. I mean, dude, I get welled up in movies. I get welled up in kids' movies. Wreck-It Ralph 2. I mean, literally choked up in points, because that's what they're going for. They want you to be in touch with that sensitivity part of you and things that are important. They want you to be in touch with emotion, and they want you to be in touch with feelings, and they want you to – everything's not callous and jaded. Ha, 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 ha. You're funny because you cried. I mean, they're that's life, man. Life is supposed to be highs and lows.
I understand the soft emotion. I get it. Okay. But and some guys can do it. So if you can get the tear just going and can still kind of hold it together, and maybe your voice breaks a little bit. But it's part of I think it's part of our natural instinct to kind of I think you're more comfortable with soft emotions. I just think you are. I think you're a more sensitive guy. I honestly believe that. There are some, and I think that's one of the I think there's a positive and a negative to it. I don't think it's just this is all great because men are showing their softer side at all. I think there's a time and a place. I think funeral, absolutely. sad movie. If something gets you and brings back a memory and a little bit of it, okay. But the dudes who can just cry, who just cry all the time, and I think it's a bad look.
I don't know any dude that cries all the time.
There are some. There's more than there should be. Let me just say that. But once again, that's from my perspective as somebody who tries to stifle emotion.
There you have it.
I'm not an overly emotional human being. So maybe it's I don't get it. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe it's not. I'm trying to try and figure out why I have this reaction, because my reaction to most men when they cry is to laugh. And that's not to mock them or make fun of them. It just strikes me as fun. It's a funny, on a lot of guys, it's just a funny look. I can't really explain it. It just is. Okay. So.
Well, good for you.
I'm just trying to be honest about my insensitivity to certain things.
Well, there you have it.
And be upfront. All right. Anyway, what's going on? Oh yeah, we haven't even started the news yet, have we?
Yeah, we're ready to roll.
We got on this thing on crying and dudes crying, and I got totally lost. Anyway, moving on. Today is the day you can legally get your weed on in the state of Michigan recreationally. Voters approved Proposal 1 back on November 6th, legalizing recreational marijuana. Today is the first day you can legally consume the drug. If you're 21 or older, you can have 2.5 ounces outside your home, 10 ounces inside. You can grow up to 12 plants. So there you go. I mean, it's although you're not going to be able to sell it. I don't think the business, you're not going to see the places, the businesses pop up until around 2020, because for some stupid reason, they weren't prepared for this, which makes no sense. None. You and I had been talking about this for a couple of years, and then once they got it on the ballot, once they put out you need to, I said, they were going to get all these signatures. You better be ready.
Yep.
To, boom, get ready, take advantage of the tax money you're going to get off this, and to the fact that it's not going to start till 2020 is inexcusable.
Well, I would like to make one of the most earth-shattering, unbelievable announcements that you're ever going to hear regarding the legalization of pot. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
The earth is still turning.
No, that's the other thing. Nobody
cares. Pot's legal, and guess what? The earth is still turning. We all woke up today. Oh my God.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
But you still got community. You still got, I believe, Grand Haven is still saying that, because you can opt out of this.
Sure, the local municipalities can. Yeah.
Out. Kentwood, I believe, opted out. And I don't know. There was I think Hudsonville did.
Zealand.
I'm not 100% sure. Did Zealand?
Well, of course.
I'm not sure.
You got to keep in mind, you still can't even dance in Zealand.
Okay, so. Yeah, I disagree. I have seen people tap their feet a little bit. Let's not besmirch and sully. Zealand's a fine town. I love these towns too. Hudsonville, those are some great communities.
Sure.
Grand Haven's a great town.
Hey, let me ask you this: name me one other place on planet Earth that you can go and say you were in the salad bowl city.
I can't.
Hudsonville. You can't do it.
There you go.
That's it.
Great town.
What better? Absolutely. What better can you get? Lettuce and carrots and celery and all the good stuff. Oh,
but the fact that they weren't prepared for this drives me insane.
Well,
it makes no sense.
Take a look, and in all honesty, take a look at the outgoing Republican legislature. They're doing all they can to gut it and take the tax revenue away and put it toward this and put it toward that.
It doesn't make a whole lot
I'm
of
going to tell you what, between here and Wisconsin, what's going on in these lame duck sessions. People ought to be outside the doors of the Capitol with pitchforks.
No, not at all. That's politics. It's pure I don't like it, but it's the political game, and Democrats would do the exact same thing.
Stupid. You know what? If the Democrats are doing it, be out there with pitchforks for them.
No,
if that's the way it was going, it ain't right. If the voters said something, that's what stands. I don't care what side of the party you're on.
But they don't take office till January. That's for January.
Ridiculous.
So you can do whatever you want now. That's why they try and get all this stuff out now and do all and that's complete. I totally understand that. I do not poo-poo that at all. I disagree with it completely, but I understand it.
I disagree with it, but I don't poo-poo it. Okay.
No, I don't at all, because it's politics. It's part of the game. That's what you do. I get it. I'd do the same thing if I were in their shoes. I would actually. I don't know that I would. I'd be like, "What are we doing? This is stupid." And this isn't a good. I don't think it's a good political move, but I understand the politics.
There you go. Thank you.
I don't think it's a
philosophical
good
Dave.
There you go. Once again, objectivity, that's my strong suit.
That's right.
USA Gymnastics has filed for bankruptcy. According to gymnastics officials, the filing will enable the organization to expedite an equitable resolution of the claims made by the survivors in the Larry Nassar sexual abuse scandal. Officials also say claims against the organization are covered by insurance and will not be affected by the bankruptcy filing. So everybody's going to get their money. Everybody's going to get their settlement, and that's good. And nobody cares about gymnastics, whether it continues on a national level.
I do. I think gymnastics is a good sport.
I seriously though, it's bigger when it involves basketball teams, football teams. It's bigger when it involves revenue generating sports.
Yeah, but
gymnastics, it doesn't. If like I said, people aren't going to lose sleep if they disband USA Gymnastics. They're not.
Okay.
Average person is going to be like, okay, we don't care. I'm not talking about the scandal. The scandal is horrific and terrible.
I get that.
I'm talking about the damage it would do to USA to gymnastics. I don't think.
Right. Okay.
I
forget who I'm dealing with.
What? What do you mean you forget who? Go ahead. Explain.
Gymnastics is a great sport, and it's fun, and it's good for kids to participate in, and it's athletic. And I'm here to tell you what. Some of these gymnasts.
I hate gymnastics.
You can hate it all you want, but I'm telling you what. Some of them are better athletes than these football players.
No, they're not.
Oh, God.
They're absolutely not. There's no way. No. I'm not saying it's not acrobatic. I'm not saying it's not athletic. I'm not saying these women and men aren't incredibly skilled. Absolutely. Most people don't care. Most people don't care about gymnastics. That's my point. It's not whether or not they're skillful or athletic or can do things that I couldn't do or football players couldn't do. But which is who's a better athlete, Deion Sanders or any gymnast? Sorry, it's not even close. Let's not get ridiculous.
Next story.
That was just silly. Moving on.
Argue today is like trying to yell at a wall.
No, because you just don't see the reasonable side.
Oh, but I do.
The sinking fund ballot proposal for Orchard View schools in Muskegon passed by a single vote. One vote. Wednesday's recount turned up an extra yes vote for the 10-year $1 million sinking fund. The mill will pass by a vote of 2,196 to 2,195. Wow.
They needed that.
That is incredible. I always say your vote matters.
Yep.
There you go.
There it was.
Two the other way could have swung things in a different direction. So
sure could have.
That's
they
amazing.
Needed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a story the last time around in the last millage. What the school district really needs is $20 million to fix everything properly.
Well, what do they need?
I'm not sure on this go around in the millage of what they asked for, but the last time it was $3 million. So $3 million to take care of the very bare essentials. So good for Orchard View.
I always vote for millages.
So do I.
But I never examine exactly what I'm voting for, and I think maybe I should.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what Okay, it's like, could you vote on them like say improvements to this, but maybe against improvements to that? Like if it's a building that you could patch up or completely get a new building. I don't know.
Yeah. Or could you just trust the people to tell you what they need? And
I don't trust. No, I absolutely don't trust the people.
Of course not.
Because everybody's got. I don't completely trust the people. I don't completely trust anyone. I probably trust you more than I trust most people.
You would? Oh, well, thank you.
I actually do. You're more trustworthy than most people are.
And
I found.
And again, when you do go vote, how does this affect your property taxes?
How does this? Oh, it doesn't affect mine at all because I don't own property. See, but I always vote for. But yeah, I do vote for it. But I understand, like I said, no, I want to know where this money's going. I get that perspective too. Once again, I get both sides of the issue. I understand.
What a balanced and wonderful individual you are.
Aren't I? Seriously, do you know anybody more balanced or objective than I am?
No.
I don't think you do. I
really don't.
Because I am. Yeah, I can understand. I get it.
Are you going to do sports, or am I going to creep up on the camera and talk soft to you?
There's actually only one sport.
I'm going to talk soft.
NBA.
Dave.
Pistons go down to Milwaukee 115 to 92. I'm ignoring that. That's sports.
What day of the week is it? Is it?
It's Thursday. One
Oh,
more of
have a great
this
Thursday. All right. See you later.
ridiculousness. Bye.